trónokra mennek ki. Minek a kicsi sárga ember? Szervett életet, tök jó. Ott vagy? Hello, lady!
Hello and welcome to Margaret Island in Budapest for the latest game involving the Hungarians. And here's the beautiful capital of Budapest, just some of the gorgeous and eye-catching different relics of the past. A lot of history here, a lot of great buildings. Certainly worth a visit if you are in this part of the world. As far as the Hungarian water polo team are concerned, they got off to a very good start, the kind of start that what's going to be a very packed crowd here tonight loved, and I'm sure they're going to love even more the Alfred Hagyos National Swimming Stadium outdoors here in Budapest. We can see the night sky, obviously just past the longest day of the year, but we have a gorgeous sunset as you can see. These are live pictures just down the Danube, and we are prepared now for Hungary against Brazil. We just had a real corker of a match between Georgia and Montenegro. That went one way and the other. In fact, Montenegro were very much in charge of that, but Georgia fought back well. It was a very, very narrow win in the end. Very tight conclusion, but Montenegro getting the 2 points. Hungary are expected to get the 2 points tonight. They are the stronger team. Brazil against Georgia the other night did get that 14-10 defeat, and there's plenty of Brazilians in the house as well tonight. Will be making noise, but they're going to be heavily outshouted, and the noise will be ear-splitting, I can assure you. They've been filing in to this island, Margaret Island, to this wonderful facility for the last few minutes as they get themselves prepared. And we've got the old Mexican wave going already in the stadium. The stand on the far side, which wasn't totally packed for Georgia against Montenegro, will be absolutely rammed in a couple of minutes' time. So Hungary are the home team for tonight, and they top the group by virtue of goal difference. That table has actually not been updated from the earlier game. Hungary will be playing their second game. Georgia and Montenegro have already played their second game as well, and it's very tight for the second qualification place. Hungary will be hoping, as indeed all this crowd will be hoping, that it's direct qualification from top spot, which will give them a much, much easier route when it comes to later on in the competition. The players are ready to be introduced. I think there'll be quite a raucous reception for the men who will be wearing their white caps tonight, but they won't be introduced first. We will see first the Brazilians onto full deck. We'll also see the officials, one from Australia and one from Germany. Andrew Carney for Australia and Frank Homey from Germany. That is the forerunner to the procession now of the Brazilian players. And we'll be looking for their 4-goal scorer, Roberto Freitas. He didn't have the greatest of openers, but he was certainly in terrific form the other night, so the Hungarians will know he is a man that they have to try and keep quiet in the next 32 minutes. Some really good noise in here. They're enjoying themselves. They obviously are hoping for a big victory. The women have gone through unscathed so far. They'll be very much hoping that their men do likewise. Here come the Brazilians. First of their goalkeepers is Guilherme Barella. Wearing number 1, Logan Cabral. The centre back will wear number 2. Felipe Lacerda is the number 3 for Brazil. quickly by the 31-year-old, the oldest player on the roster, Gustavo Coutinho. And here's the man I was talking about, Roberto Freitas. 4 goals. Also does pick up a few fouls along the way, but he's in it mainly for his goal-scoring ability. There's Rafael Real, wearing number 7. Eduardo de Paula is the number 8 for the Brazilians. Number 9, Bruno Chiappini. Italo Sarri will be number 10. Number 11 is their captain, Gustavo Coutinho. How can he inspire? You know, everybody in the crowd totally behind them tonight for Hungary, apart from that very small Brazilian contingent. Luis Silva will wear number 12, and their other goalkeeper, wearing number 13, is Alexandra Mendes. Very important they keep this one tight, though. Very important. Because the crowd behind them and the noise here, well, might have a lot of early goals, I reckon. See how it goes. That's the reception this lot going to get. It's going to be pretty loud in here tonight. Stand by for the introduction of the Hungarian gladiators. Marton Levi will be first in, following the presentation of the flag. We have a 30-year-old goalkeeper and a 25-year-old goalkeeper to Hungary. Here's Marton. Daniel Angel will be wearing number 2 for Hungary. One of 7 goal scorers in that 12-8 win over Montenegro. Christian Manhurch will be number 3. Zoltan Pol, number 4. Number 5 is Martin Vamos. I'm sure he will, all the way through this one. Number 6 is Tamas Metsai. 4-goal scorer in the first game, Yogo Zalanki. They like him. They like him lots. Not really surprising. Number 8 is Yevgeny Burdian. Adam Nash is number 9. 10 is Denis Valga. Zilan Jensik will be number 11. Balash Harai as the number 12 cap. Might well be his first water polo game, that young man. I think he's going to enjoy this. And 13 is Soma Vogel. Noise level is huge in here, and there's a lot of kids here, which is great to see. Trying to sell water polo to the younger players and the younger fans. There is the coach, Tamas March. So we are ready, they are ready. The only thing that is left to do is the anthems before we get this last game of the day underway in Group A here on Margaret Island. So let's get the Brazilian national anthem first. the best. The national anthem will be followed straight away by that of the host nation. Sink in for a bit. It shows you that this place is absolutely rammed, absolutely packed tonight, as indeed we anticipated it would be. Now, all that needs to happen is for Hungary to lay on a show as befitting both the occasion and indeed the surroundings of Margaret Island. In effect, a win for Hungary tonight, and they will top the group. And they will have an easier passage when it comes to the knockout stage. Have a look at their team, as you can see, there is bags and bags of experience. Two players who've hit the 30-year mark, one on that screen, 31. And number 10, Dennis Varga, 35 years of age. Not much he hasn't seen, Olympic level, World Championship level, etc., etc. Coach, March. Always looks pretty cool, calm and collected in the lead into the game. Anyway, let's see how he is during the next 32 minutes, whether that remains the same. Fourth place last World Championships. They have been world champions in the past, and 9 times Olympic gold. Of course, this is the country that really does love its water polo. It's been involved in some epic encounters, some very physical encounters too, well documented over the years. Now for Brazil, who need to get their motor running a little bit. It wasn't a bad performance against Georgia, the opening game, but it is a point, and they've got some youth and they've got plenty of experience. They've got Eduardo de Paula, 19 years of age. They've got Chiafini at 21. They haven't got anybody in the 30 camp, really. And Barbaro Diaz is their coach. Once again, a reminder of as we see their last position, 13th. Best they've made is top 10. And a reminder, the referees tonight will be from Australia and from Germany. Andrew Carney is the Australian official, and Frank Omi from Germany. We have 25 degrees, clear sky at 9 o'clock on a Thursday night. People still appearing, still arriving. Didn't allow themselves a great deal of time to get to Margaret Island, realising that it's quite a walk to get here and find their places, but all the seats pretty much occupied, the stands full on the far side. And you can be absolutely rest assured if Hungary score, and when Hungary score, it will be quite a resounding noise. Hungary in the Whitecaps, and Brazil in the blue. First sprint to come. Varela in goal for Brazil, and Levi for Hungary. Off we go. Who's going to win the first sprint? It's going to be who get it. And Vamos will start the move from halfway. He is one of 3 left-handed shooters they have, which is a real bonus. Most of the teams that we've seen, both women's and men's, only have 1 left-handed shooter so far. But they have 3. We'll see them involved in this first passage of play. 19 seconds on the shot clock. There's a little reset there. Manhertz has a centre look, a little, well, lob pass. Maybe overplaying, and they might potentially run out of time here. The ball shot comes in and easily blocked by Barella. So just being a little bit too over-intricate, a bit too much finesse. They do have the ball for another 20. So far, Brazil not really got a look in on this one. Manhertz to Ramos. Ramos in the centre position. Has he got a look yet? Manhertz. Yes, he has, and yes, he does. First goal of the game is scored by the Hungarian number 3, Christian Manhertz. Now, of course, you will hear the announcer, as they do in Hungary, switch the names around, but for an international audience, we'll do it the usual way with the first name and surname in the regular order. Here's Lacerda for Brazil. First time they've actually touched the ball so far. Here's their captain, Guimarães. Well, they gave it away. Barely had the ball for about 10 seconds before they coughed it up. And the Hungarians have possession once again, and they'll make something of it this time, I'm sure. They were just a little bit too intricate with their initial move, but now they're on the ball, they'll feel a bit more comfortable, I'm sure. Solanke, okay, one of their left-handed shooters. Balls into, oh, I was about to say no man's land, and it wasn't. Now that looks like a preordained move to me, because it looked to be a speculative ball that nobody was going to get on the end of, but Denis Varga said, well, I can do that, and he just went and did it. 2-0 Hungary, and beautifully done. Yeah, they were impressed. As he was because he was partially submerged, raised to the surface, and just deflected it in. So they can come in any way, shape, and form goals, as long as they go between the posts, and that moment they certainly did. Now, Brazil know the enormity of the task against them. And they just keep giving the ball away, and it's going to be a very long night for them if they keep having those kind of turnovers. They haven't got the physical prowess the Hungarians have. They also don't have more than 1 left-handed shooter, so that's a distinct disadvantage compared to the 3 that the Hungarians possess, and nearly a chance. They can score some goals from some very acute places and angles today, aren't they? Ball delivered for, yeah, has really touched the ball much. That's Lacerda. We'll take it forward and look for options. The option is Coutinho out to left wing, and another wide pass. Lacerda took a little touch, but not result in a reset to 20. Just means more Hungarian possession. Continue to lead by 2 goals to 0. That was a quick release. Oh, what a goal! What a goal that was! Quick release. You barely saw it. A blink of an eye from the ball being distributed to Manhertz and him putting it in the back of the net. That was clinical from Hungary, and a very quick transition and an immediate shot. There was absolutely nothing Barella could do about that. Bounce shot off the surface. Not direct, doesn't matter, just as effective, and already Brazil having to make a change. 3-0. Not looking good from a Brazilian point of view at all. Hungary very much in control at this stage. So I haven't really come into goal range yet. They play from a long way out. There is going to be exclusion over the Hungarians, so the Brazilians will have a man advantage. Can they make it count? It's 6-on-5 for the away team. They show but don't go as yet. That's better. The small Hungarian or Brazilian crowd, contingent in the crowd, will enjoy Pedroso's goal as Marcos Pedroso scores there first. At least there's going to be no shutout for the Hungarian goalie, and Brazil are on the board. So respectability to the score for the time being, at least, at 3-1, and he's enjoying that. He may not have too many things to applaud throughout the course of this one. Here's Naj to Vamos. Naj right in that shooting area. And they can reset another 20 seconds. Camped in and around the Brazilian net. And here comes another potential left-hand shot, though it's going to go to the right-hand shooter instead. Left hand maybe for Vamos. Doesn't find a way past Barella this time. Only a matter of time, you think. 20 seconds reset for Hungary. They really need it. They're just keeping possession and more possession. And that's Florian getting himself onto the score sheet. I think it's going to be a fill your boots kind of night for Hungary. Everyone's going to probably get a look in at some point. Florian's first goal in the game to add to 2 for Manhertz and 1 for Varga. And it's all going pretty much to plan from a Hungarian point of view. 4-1, they lead. Really want to reinforce and underline their superiority in this group and win it in a very attractive fashion. Looks like they're probably going to go and do that. Real for Brazil. And they spent too long in there. So they're going to get chucked out. So just not spend all that time in that 3-meter area. And they get timed out. And it's all straight back to Hungary. Have a chance. There's been an exclusion for the Brazilians. And it's going to be a penalty shot for the Hungarians, which is taken quickly and taken well by Zilan Jancic. That will be goal number 5 for Hungary. And we still have 2:51 remaining in the first. Place your bets on how many we might get. Yeah, right in the corner. There wasn't much that Guillaume Barella could do about that. I've had that one notable shot, not much else in the opening exchanges. Need to pick up silly fouls. At the moment they're doing okay. No exclusion, but that aside they've kept away from the 20-second clock. Everything that the goalie tonight, Martin Levi, does is going to get a rapturous reception. That you can be sure. Into the right area. Ooh, knee dribbled. Referee is going to call an exclusion. It's going to be on Rafael Real. And it means we've got another penalty coming. Sultan Paul is going to take this one and converts. Two penalties, didn't have any in their first game. 2 taken very comfortably indeed. Yeah, looking looking good. Hungarian men looking good. Today, who I thought might win the men's competition this time round. So, well, so it was the Italians, but you know what? On home territory, home pool, home crowd, Hungary are going to be in the mix. Difficult to tell in this game exactly how good they are. They'll face a sterner test from Georgia next up. Show and go. Maybe a shot, maybe a wide shot from Gustavo Coutinho. And he knows it's going to be one of those days already. For the Brazilians, 6-1, they trail. 1:41 remaining in this first quarter. It seems to have gone a long time if you're in a Brazilian frame of mind. There's Naj. And that will be Brazilian ball. Gratefully received by Barella. He could have had a lot of passing because it was an advanced Brazilian, but not far enough advanced for him to lob that pass. Here's the captain who'll set things up, Guimarães. Silva. Guimarães looking for the player about 3 meters out. There will be an exclusion for Varga. So here comes that 20-second exclusion clock. 6-on-5 here for the Brazilians. It's a good chance for them if they can get in tight. They don't get in particularly tight, and that was pretty easy claim for Martin Levi. Wasn't really under a great deal of pressure. Zelanki. Everyone's going to get a look in. All of their left-hand shooters will. Zelanki. It's the luxury of holding on to it and then shooting, which actually was not the best option, but he will get a reset because of the deflection off the hand of Barbella. To go, so they'll get nearly a full shot clock. And Yao. Polo. And Yao. Oh, what a goal! What a goal! They're scoring him in all different ways and means tonight. Coming from pretty much anywhere, and that was Zelanki getting the last touch. Zelanki with 4 in the first game. That's his first tonight. Very impressive stuff. I say it has been the range of goals they've scored as well. There's been the most impressive things about tonight's performance thus far. There's still 3 more quarters to go, of course. They've run out of time. Run out of time for the first quarter, and that will greatly please those of a Hungarian persuasion, which I think is probably about 99% of the crowd tonight. And a lot of smiles. Great to be able to play the sport you love in front of your home crowd, and to do so well. There's the details of the first 8 minutes. Hungary 7, Brazil 1. A bit of face paint to adorn. There's a pocket of Brazilians right amongst the throng of Hungarians, but they're making as much noise as they can, but they're being drowned out. It's one of those nights where if you are Guillaume Barella, you're going, could I not have had a night off, please, boss? It's not easy. And Hungary in a rampaging mood as they are. Well, as I mentioned, the variety of the goals has been the impressive thing in the first 8 minutes. They come in all crazy weather. Had a couple of penalty shots, true, but when it's in open play, their field goals have been immensely impressive. So Hungary will have much sterner test than this. Look at that. It's a pretty good conversion rate, 7 of 12. Only 5 shots from Brazil, and the whole of that 8 minutes. And you can be sure that Hungary will use the depth of their bench. They have 13 players. I think they might well use all 13, including the 2 goalies at some point. Sprints on, sprint 1 by Hungary. If you have just joined us, they are attacking the goal to our right-hand side on your picture. Nothing on the sprints, not really surprising. Here's Angel. Vamos. Angel. So trying to come as far out to make it difficult, but it's not really that difficult when Vamos is in that kind of form. And he adds his name to the roll call of goal scorers here at the Alfred Hajos National Swimming Stadium. Has been used for the Europeans, has been used for loads of events over the years. As this. And here it being used for the artistic swimming and the water polo events. Brazil have it. How can they hold on to it? That's a big question. 16 seconds on the shot clock. And not very close to goal yet. Real thinks he's got to shoot, isn't he? Well, yeah, that took a little deflection anyway. He was dribbling towards the goal. They'll get a reset. 19 seconds and counting. So they work their way in, not from that angle though. They can score from there. They might score from centre. Well, the passing's good. Is there anything at the end of it? Not quite. Close, but no cigar. So swing back quickly because they know there's a charge coming fairly soon, being led by Lanky. Manhertz looking for his hat-trick. It's a bit fortuitous for the Brazilians, but they've managed to somehow smother it and get it away. And Varela will hold on to it and give it to Real. Real will get it back again. They've already wasted nearly 20 seconds in not advancing it very far at all. Coutinho will lose it. Lost it. There's a lot of swimming needed to be done by the Brazilians tonight because all they're doing is going back to try and defend and guard their goal. Queuing up to shoot. Oh, that nearly worked. The idea was good. The actual execution not quite so good. This goes back with Barella. Angel swims away. So far, so relatively good for the Brazilians. They haven't conceded in a while. They nearly scored their second. That was Freitas. Game. Game for the one he played in the other day when he scored 4. Brazil as a collective don't score 4 here. Zelanki. And a shot back round to Angel. Zelanki into an area where there was plenty of blue caps and the white one as well. That'll be an exclusion. So they'll have that man advantage as if they need it. Zelanki. Go and collect. Don't panic, they won't rush. There's plenty of time to just play it around. They want to get in a little bit tighter and a bit closer if they can. They're going out wide and long. Zelanki! Yet another. 2 out of 4 for Gilgo Solanki. And they're heading towards double figures. Hungary. We're not even halfway through the second quarter yet. Very nice for the kids. For some of them, but I'm sure it's first taste as many it will be of water polo. Going down very nicely. Further for Brazil. Real. Further, but she's already gone off the shot clock. It's now 13. Real. And there will be an exclusion for Hungary, which gives the, well, there was, but then all they did was hand the ball straight back. Once they had that man advantage, they couldn't take advantage. Naj for the Hungarians. With Solanki. Rotation, just teasing and trying to pull the Brazilians out of their shape. They may well have given it away. Very rare error in the game for Hungary. Oh, a bit quiet for the first time tonight because of that. Third. Where's he looking and where's the option? Well, the only option at the moment for him to swim forward and carry it a little bit because there wasn't a short range pass. And he might have to shoot. There's only 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, goal! Right on the shot clock. Right on the shot clock, but it was just the right side. And Rafael Real does get Brazil second. If you saw the shot clock, there was a massive deflection from Adam Naj, but he'll take it. And that could not have been tighter on the shot clock than it was. Probably down to tenths of seconds, but put it in. So Brazil have a second. Solanki for Hungary. It's going to be an exclusion for the thirder. So he's gone for 20. So Hungary have that player advantage. Have 3 left-handed shooters out there as well. There's a right-handed shooter, though, making sure that is Balatza Halal. Balashara gets the latest. And Brazil see themselves 10-2 behind with 2:31 remaining in the second. More noise generated by this crowd on Margaret Island. Freitas looks for a way forward. Is there a way forward? There's 5 seconds. Ooh, what? That was a double ricochet. Are they going to go and check that? No, they're not. I think it's safe to say even from this distance, it looked like your hand crossed the line, but we do have technology. And there will be a timeout. Has been called by the Hungarians with not long to go. Let's hear what they have to say.
Hármasba, Geri gyereki, Zoli bemarad a hosszú kapufánál, Pufi marad a rövid kapufánál, Zaleszki vagytok a Marcival ott ketten. Gyere, 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 gyere. Domi, menj be a kapásra, jó? Te vagy kapás szélen. Ja, itt az a Mano. Gyere, Mano. Jó, így alaphelyzetből, jó, járassuk meg, és utána a Pufit léptessük ki 4-es, jó? 4-es. Jó? Utána alapjáratás 4-es.
May just been a timeout to waste a little bit of time. I'm sure he doesn't really need to pass on too much information because it's going pretty well so far. Always, of course, from a coach's point of view, chance they might just slip into a few errors and get a bit sloppy, but that's not happened thus far. And they're rotating it. And they've got a man advantage. That's why he called the timeout. What we're going to do on 6-on-5, what we'd like to do is score, which they haven't done. 1:55 before half-time. Been a better second half of this part of the game for Brazil. You can see there's 7 in the first, only 3 so far in this, and they've scored 1. Nice for them if they could at least get a couple more, but not going to happen just yet. One set to 20 for the Brazilians as the Hungarians lose Zoltan Pol. 6-on-5. Can they make something happen here? They're getting closer and closer. They're having to put it out wide though, and they're wasting their shot clock. It's down to 3. Got to get a shot away here, and they do. They took their time. There was method in that, real method in that. I was wondering why they were spending quite so long as they were, and then Felipe Lacerda said, "I'll show you, Bob, exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it," and he did. Now they've got Freitas in a bit of foul trouble here, and Pol's got a couple for Hungary as well, so a couple of players that need to be a bit careful in the second half, but well, it's a 3-2 period for Hungary, so much more respectable from a Hungarian point of, from a Brazilian point of view than was the first. And they'll get possession back with a minute to go. So it's conceivable they could tie this quarter if they could get good delivery here. Chiappini. Ooh, that's quite a slap from Zelanki. 11 seconds. That's very deep. Swinging forward with it. Inventive, creative, not effective. So Hungary will have the last possession of this half with Vamos. Looking to feed it right in there, and good reaction from Harai, and they will get a reset on the shot clock to, I think, to 20. It's not going actually up on the board as 20, but it doesn't matter because there's not 20 seconds left in the quarter, and there's going to be a stoppage, but that's the shot's going to hit the frame and go away. Still 1.5 seconds remaining, so there's still time. It's still Hungarian possession, right on the buzzer from Adam Nagy. With 0.1 of a second remaining on the clock. It doesn't get much tighter. Adam Nagy just pounced and poked it in to the corner, and the Mo will be recrimination. They'll be looking at each other in the Brazilian team, but Nagy did what he had to do, and that's very nice. Not as comprehensive as the first quarter, but nonetheless, they still won it pretty much in a canter. Adam Nagy is the latest to get his name on the score sheet. He really hasn't got much to think about. He's got a lot to think about. And Hungary are very much in fourth, if not quite fifth gear yet, and they lead Brazil at the halfway stage by 11 goals to 3. Just to reiterate, goals have come in all different manners. There's been some long punts, there's been some short-range pokes, there's been some decent palms like that one from Dennis Varga. Brazil have had their moments, not many of them, it's true. The third, Pedroso and Real have all registered goals. Problem is, it's been 11 in the other direction. And 21 shots for Hungary, 11 shots for Brazil. 52% conversion rate for Hungary. And that was a bit fortuitous for Brazil, but they'll take it. Anything they can get tonight, they'll take. The dance cam is on. So I'm sure we'll get shots of people doing their best lambadas. There's Lambada, and I haven't heard the Macarena in a while. Both have been played here tonight. Silva's probably thinking, well, what do I do? There's your tail of the tape. Both penalty shots converted by Hungary. And the noise is just getting a little bit louder. So in terms of foul trouble, Freitas has got a couple for Brazil, all for Hungary. Haven't been a lot of fouls in the game, to be honest. So those two really got to worry too much at this stage. Ready for the first sprint of the second half. And away they go. And away the ball will go very, very shortly. And it'll go straight into Hungarian possession. And they're one away from emulating what they did in the opening game. Got 12 against Montenegro. Already on 11, halfway stage. Hungary rotating nicely. It's going to be an exclusion for Lacerda, which gives Hungary the extra man and the chance to shoot, and a good block by Barella. I think the crowd were anticipating that was going to find its way in, but Yao does not get it past Barella. In fact, they've changed their goalie. Alexandre Mendes is now in between the sticks. Coutinho, as Brazil play from left to right in this half. Varga. What are his intentions? He wants to get it in very quickly, and that will be a turnover. Brazil will have possession back, so they were thinking about things. They're probably thinking about them anymore because the Brazilians will get possession of the ball back with Guimarães and the captain. Guimarães again. One change between him and Real. Guimarães. Real. Gonna shoot? No. Look how far away they are from the goal. 30 seconds has just come and it's gone. No, too late. Wouldn't have happened. Even if it had gone in, that wouldn't have been a goal. The klaxon had sounded to signify and indicate 30 seconds had elapsed. Varga carries it forward. Varga looks left, he looks right. He's going to go central here. He might think about the shot himself. Varga. Not quite. Varga gets it back with 6 to go. Shoots this time. And Mendes makes the save. That means a shot clock reset of 20 if the goalie palms it behind like that. And it goes into the corner, and they start again with 20 to go. Varga. 13. That's nice. So an end product. Not quite. Not quite. Nice idea. Not quite the finish they were hoping for from Zilad Jancic. It's gone a little bit quiet for a moment. Just absorbing the play. Nothing really has happened. So no goals yet in just over 3.5 minutes now. That's great. What a good goal that is. Terrifically taken by Rafael Real. And that's come out of nowhere for the Brazilians. Terrific goal. Second of the game for him. He's got a couple in the opening game. Let's match that here. That's a terrific goal. Really terrific. Yeah, that's enthused the bench a bit. And to be fair, it looked like it was going to be a runaway train, the Hungarians, in the first 8 minutes. Not proved to be that way since. They've reined it in just a little. Losing a player, Brazil, for 20 seconds. So that's the advantage in the water. Not taken this time, so there'll be a 20-second reset. As that goes off the head, Omiedsson of Alexandra Mendes. Now the crowd get excited. Now the crowd start to lift their players, or attempt to at least. Good goal. Nicely set up. Beautifully delivered and beautifully dispatched. And that will be another one for Hungary, and a first for Daniel Angel. First of this quarter for the Hungarians. Brazil having opened the scoring in this 8-minute period. So it's 1-1 in this, but 12-4 overall now. Coutinho thinks, doesn't shoot. Might have been a good option, didn't take it. A second reset with an exclusion coming for Daniel Angel. Have they got a shot in them here? Is it going to be Coutinho? No, it's not. Is it going to be Freitas, potentially? Left-handed shooter, no. That is a block. Puts behind, so it comes to the goalie, so they get a reset to 20. So that possession has changed hands to the Brazilians, to Hungary. Varga and looks like they've got a penalty shot. They have. Third of the game, which will go to Zoltan Pol. 2 already converted. Penalty shot number 3 also finds its way into the back of the net. Second of the game. First from penalty range. And actually it is Schwager who gets the conversion. Into the corner. Slight deflection, but that's all it was. And we are halfway through, just over halfway through. Third quarter. It's with Freitas. Now with the thirder. Further back they go, 5 seconds, and shot clock will come to absolutely nothing. Did that find its way in? It was pretty close to it. It would have been inadvertent, but it's not a goal. Even though it got pretty close. Let's look at that. Well, I think they need to have a look at that. It's pretty close. I think it's just stayed the right side of the line from a Brazilian point of view, but we've seen others that are nowhere near as close as that being examined before now, but I think the Hungarians are too worried. It's not going to be a tight game, this. So let's have a look at that again. I think we get a chance. I'm not sure we will, but so in the grand scheme of things, it's not really going to matter. Naj for Hungary. Might be a solo. Thought about the solo goal. Doesn't have to worry. Finds an obliging man to take on the task. And Hungary register number 14. Thanks to Gorgo Solanki, and that will be a third for him. So Manhurt with 2, Angyal with 1, all with 1, 2 from Ramos. Solanki now with 3, Burian 1, Nagy 1, Varga 2, Jancic 1. So I think, if my calculations are right, there's only 2 out players who've not scored yet. Everybody else has contributed. 14-4. So they've scored in each of the quarters so far. Freitas. Well, thrown it away because the shot clock was just on the cusp of expiring. Levi. They'll give Vogel some time in goal for the third quarter. Naj. And they're queuing up for the shot. Naj might go right-handed long range. Instead they go from right wing for the shot to the near post. And that shot from Solanki does not quite find its target. Minute 20 remaining, and Hungary are going to make a change pretty soon. They're going to try and use the depth of their bench. Brazilian players lost their cap, so that'll get replaced between the third and fourth quarter. 7-1 first, 4-2 second, 3-1 the third. The period scores. Naj going to shoot, surely. Naj shoots and scores! Of course he does. Of course he does. Number 2 for Naj. Number 15 for the Hungarians. .46 seconds remaining in the third. And it's as you were, kind of as the Hungarians started, so they're continuing in the third now. And that's infused the crowd to get a little bit more noisy. Chiappini for the Brazilians. Look how deep they are with, what, 15 seconds. They've not really made any advancement at all on this play. They'll need something quickly, maybe from the third. No, he can't keep control of it either. And Levi has it. Now, I have to say, I wonder whether they might bring in some of Vogel for the last quarter. That's a lovely move Couldn't finish it though. Couldn't quite. It's dribbling, it's dribbling, it's dribbling. He's not going to make it. And that should be a reset. 0 takes us down to 0 as far as the game and the shot clock's concerned. And they're seeing precisely what they wanted to see from their team. A bit of inventiveness. Some very good goals along the way. Coach happy, crowd happy with this scoreline. After 3, Hungary lead Brazil by 15 goals to 4. Well, we've had penalty shots, we've had short-range shots, we've had long-range shots. It's a bit of a coconut shy of goals for Hungary tonight. 15 of them to add to their 12 against Montenegro. It's fairly safe to assume that Hungary are going to win this group pretty comfortably now. They start to work their way towards the bigger teams later on. May not get tested until they get to the quarter-final stage, but just getting in the groove. To be fair, Brazil could have been in danger of being completely railroaded. They've hung in okay. Scored 2 in the second, scored 1 in the third. Not totally demoralised yet. That's the Alfred Hagos National Swimming Stadium here on Margaret Island. 50% now the conversion rate for Hungary. All 3 penalty shots have been scored. And their shot efficiency is kind of where they want it to be in a game like this. Brown now doing the Budapest wave, not that Mexican wave. Most of these people are too young to remember the Mexican wave, so it's the Budapest wave. To be fair, the MC here is doing a very good job whipping them into a frenzy. There he is, sending your screen down there with the red t-shirt on. So 3 sprints, 1. Every likelihood to be 4 sprints, 1. Well, I'm not sure the Brazilians are going to get anywhere near this one before they do. Well, just proved me wrong. Brazil have actually got the first possession. So when they took off, they weren't anywhere near the ball, but they managed to accelerate a bit like a Michael Phelps over that last 5 metres. Nice. He's trying to hold down his man. And a little backhander. Referee cranes his neck to see if that ball has dribble over the line. It hadn't. So the first Brazilian possession doesn't yield anything. Hungary have it. Hungary playing towards that left-hand goal, if you have belatedly joined us. Varga! Oh, another howitzer. Dennis Varga. Make that 3 out of 4 for him. One of the goal scorers for Brazil. He scored 4, 2 for Rafael Real, and 1 for Pedroso. Not scored in this period yet, obviously early stages. There's going to be exclusion for Hungary. Just waiting to see confirmation. There you go. It is Burian. He's having trouble at the moment. No, that's his first, so he's okay. Real with a man advantage. And that's how often when they get a 6-on-5, they don't take full advantage. And there's an example of it. Occasion where Brazil just did not find a way to find their way past Martin Levi. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Solanke. Manhertz. And that would be an exclusion for Brazil. Doesn't matter. Doesn't really concern them too much because as they're in the process of losing a player, so Tamas Mezai becomes the latest goal scorer. So that now does mean only one, in fact. I'm trying to work out if there's any outplayers who haven't scored yet, to be honest. Let's have a quick look down the old scoreboard, as somebody once said. I think that is everybody now. Yeah, everybody has now scored for Hungary. Every single player has contributed a goal. Apart from the 2 goalies, that is. So all 11 outplayers have scored a goal now in the 17-4 scoreline. And they won it back. And they're going to get some Olays and Hungarian equivalents in the last 5.5 minutes. So nearly a good pass, but just went slightly astray. 17 seconds, loads of time to set this one up for Varga. We hit the target and scored 3 times. Could this be number 4? Not quite. And to be fair, the Brazilians do very good defensive cover this time. And it's number 10, Lepera, who did the block and the steal. 5 minutes remaining. I would love this to go on all night, but it can't and it won't. Into the centre. Well, it was nice invention, but the end product was not quite there from a Brazilian point of view. Solanke will swim away with it. There's plenty of white caps ahead of him. Lovely pass. This could be a lovely goal. It's beautifully set up. It is a great goal. Another one. He loves it. She loves it. And that's another for Daniel Agnel. In fact, that was his first. I had him down for 2 on my list, but they've obviously credited somebody else with the goal, so that is now confirmation that everybody has a goal. All the outplayers anyway. It'll get tougher. It'll be much harder come week 2, but they'll enjoy this while they can. Coming in left, right and centre, no? That's why we have a hold up. Whilst we wait for players to come in and players to go out. And Brazil to set things in motion again. 4:24 remaining. How deep they are. It's a good defensive goal. They're still working on the things that matter. Hungary, they could easily just sit back and say, right, well, look at our lead, 14 goals. Not too worried about it, but they're still trying to do defensive duties. Coutinho, there's no way through for him. And Jansic starts to swim forward. Their time, real slow advance by Martin van Mosch. Put right there, who wants it? That was like picking cherries. I'll just put it here, who wants it? They've got their man advantage, 6 on 5. They can rotate it to their heart's content and then they can put it in. Second goal for the number 12. Yeah, it's behind you. Over the top of him. There's a couple on the head tonight, but that one avoids his head goes behind him. Last 3:20 coming up. And there's another. Really, really low-key reaction to that one. Apart from that little Brazilian contingent I mentioned earlier on, and the captain gets his name on the score sheet now. Gustavo Guimarães, captain, did well. He was under pressure with a couple of Hungarians right on top of him, trying to smother him, but got the shot away and did well. So they've kept up their record of scoring in every single period so far. Not been blanked in any 4. Another one coming. Oh, not quite. Just slipped off the fingers. That was oh so close for Hungary to get his hat-trick, but just he was trying to control it. Just couldn't keep it in the top of the fingers. Slipped away. Last 2:44. Here's Freitas. It's too far out. Too many bodies in the way. We'll be very fortunate just to get that through. Can get ricochets and rebounds. We've seen them, but from, what, 6 meters up, we'll be very lucky to do that. Good anticipation by the Brazilian goalie there. Alexander Mendes, see where the danger was, didn't have the defensive cover he was looking for, so had to go and do it himself. There's not enough blue shirts forward, so have to hold on to this. There's the third. It's a little bit in, well, not even second gear, more first gear for Brazil. Chirapini. Going to lose the shot clock very shortly, and they have. Now Hungary started with a blistering 7-1 opening, 4-2 second period, 4-1 third period. And this one also has 4 in it as well. Might have 5 very shortly. Exclusion for the Brazilians, and we'll also have a penalty coming for Hungary. There you go, just in the act of shooting, and here comes another penalty opportunity to be taken by Adam Naj. Coach not overly happy with that decision and hit the frame of the goal. So their perfect night from penalty shots comes to an end. 3 prior to this. The 4th one hits the frame of the goal. Well, to be fair, that is a save. Not the frame of the goal, they did hit the frame of the goal. Bit of a touch on from the Brazilian second choice. Here comes the timeout.
Vamos a cuando Bañera abre, briguen por la posición y vamos a intentar pingar la bola Bañera para hacer expulsión, para hacer el hombre a más. Vamos, cuidado el contraataque encima de los Bañeras. Briguen ahora la ofensiva. Vamos. 2 Bañeras, 2 Bañeras, 2 Bañeras. Sí, ven.
Well, hasn't used a timeout up to that stage. Decided it was high time he did, with 92 seconds remaining. Sometimes you look and think, what was the point? But there was a reason why. Just fancied we've chatted to his players for a bit. Might only have 1 more possession as well before this game is concluded. This might well be the only chance they've got to score. Oh, look at that. There's 4 Hungarians straight on top of the Brazilian, and basically there was no way of escape in that move at all. Last minute coming up. Now, could they hit 20? That's what the crowd would love. I think there's going to be a big roar if they do. Goalie's favourite to get there. Oh, the crowd kind of loved that and kind of didn't. The goalie just sat on him. Fantastic. That's one way of stopping you moving, is go and sit on his head. That's what's over me, it's a knockout. There's number 20. Adam Naj gets his hat-trick. Oh, you see some things in sport, don't you? How did you stop the player getting to the goal? I sat on his head. Yeah, he loves it. They love it. It's been that kind of night. It's been a lot to cheer, a lot to get excited about. 52 seconds remaining in the game. And it's been comprehensive for the Hungarians. 20 goals to 5. And they're going to cheer them to the rafters. Brazil will get, well, one more attack, and this will be it. Freitas. Freitas. Left-hand shooter. Come on then, get a shot in. Run out of time. So Hungary will have, in fact, no, Brazil will get a reset to 20, so they will get the last possession, as it turns out. Now, can they make something of it? Is he going to shoot? No, he's not. Is he going to shoot? No, he's not. Is he going to shoot? No, he's not. Keep moving it around. And yes, at last, Eduardo de Paula gets a goal for the Brazilians. So, to be fair, they've been very consistent. 1-2, 1-2 in terms of their goal scoring tonight. Problem is that Hungary have scored 9 in this one. Yeah, worth a round of applause. And I reckon that's it. We are done and dusted here, and Hungary have really overwhelmed Brazil by 20 goals to 6. That last period was the most comprehensive of the lot, 9-2. Very easy pickings. They started in the top gear and really didn't, at any stage, go backwards. Hungary 20, Brazil 6 at the end of the second game for the home nation. Well, people will be drifting off now, but they've stayed to the end to watch this, and they've enjoyed every single minute of it. And there are the details. We strip it down. 54% shot efficiency, 20 out of 37. Finding their way past. That was 2 Brazilian goalies who were used tonight. And there's, well, at least one sprint won by Brazil, which I didn't really expect, but scant consolation, really. Man of the match is going to be a tricky call for whoever decides that, because there are plenty of candidates. There are plenty of people who score lots of goals. I'm trying to work out who's it going to be. Naj with a hat-trick, Varga with a hat-trick. It's going to have to be Naj or Varga, I would have thought, if they're going to go with that. It can't be the goalie. Well, we'll find out in due course. That will be my thought. Monsters decide these things, so they could go with anybody. I think this will be one of the hat-trick scorers. As I say, risk of repetition, the goals came in all kinds of different ways. A myriad of short, long, and penalty shots. There was one missed, but for the most part, they were pretty clinical all the way through. Hungary 20, Brazil 6, so those hanging on are waiting to see who is going to get the accolade of player of the game. They've gone with Denis Varga. Denis Varga, one of the hat-trick heroes tonight, is the player of the game. Pretty much anybody tonight would have got the same reaction from the crowd, but yeah, he's one of the two hat-trick heroes, either him or Adam Naj. And those smiles will probably continue for a while if Hungary play in this kind of vein. So that's the end of this one. As we look at the table, Hungary clear on 4, 2 from 2. Georgia have won 1, lost 1, as had Montenegro, and Brazil not yet off the mark. And next up for Hungary will be Georgia, and Brazil will have Montenegro in the last game. And Hungary have qualified. Obviously, it's now down to see who's going to finish in second place. Thank you for your company. Italy, Colombia, next up for the women tomorrow. That's got a 7:30 local start, and as is the case every night, Hungary play at 9, and they will take on Canada in the women's water polo tomorrow night. That's it from Budapest. Have yourself a great Thursday evening, what remains of it. We'll see you soon.